And here we go, Booker T. Another night of action emanating from the parking lot of the World Gym Arena. And we're getting a look at Tommy Bolton making his outside drive-in debut.
I love this kid, man. I mean, he has all the right tools to actually do something in this business. He just have to work on those tools. He needs to sharpen those tools. But I really like Tommy Bolton. He's a throwback to what I was, watched back in the day. Almost like a hacksaw Jim Duggan. Look at him. All he needs support. Oh!
Tommy the Brute Bolton, always been a fan of his work.
Come on, look at the hair. I mean, doesn't he remind you of a young hacksaw Jim Duggan?
Well, Cameron Cole has an all-new attitude book. He said he's no longer cool like the great Michael Jackson. You could just call him bad.
Cam Cole's coming off a big win over Mantel. A guy who, not to be played with, not to be looked over or anything like that. Cam Cole, even though it wasn't, by pinfall by any means necessary, you get a win. That does something for the psyche.
Yeah, it will go down in the reality wrestling history books as a W, and that's all that Cam Cole cares about.
Look at Cam Cole. I mean, look like he went invested in a new ring attire. I like it. The kid's looking real good.
He is looking great. Fate pin in hand as always.
He told me he had a little blueberry flavor tonight, so he should be feeling pretty good.
And here he goes. The man now known as Bad Attitude, Cam Cole, taking a last-minute hit from the pin, saying that he is all good, and our referee checking both competitors, and there's our opening bell. Booker T, first match of the evening, as you see that beautiful aerial shot provided via drone camera.
Oh, wow. Look at Tommy. Tommy right there just looking to put himself in position to get a win over a guy like Cam Cole. I'm going to tell you, that would do tremendous for his psyche as far as putting him in a position to think that I can go out here and do this. Getting the win over Cam Cole tonight. Jaw-jacking right now. Jaw-jacking Tommy Bolton.
Who do you think you are, huh? Who do you think you are?
Well, Cam Cole, he's going to use that as a strategy. He is the veteran, but now Tommy the Brute Bolton finding a way in, sending Cameron Cole right into that top turnbuckle. And look at that. The Bad Attitude bouncing off the top turnbuckle with a big clothesline.
Big clothesline there by Tommy Bolton. Remind me of a good friend of mine, JBL. Got to cover here.
1, 2. Cam Cole getting the shoulder up. Tommy Bolton, although his name might sound like he plays smooth jazz, he is far from it. He has become a well-tuned athlete inside the squared circle.
He's got that armbar and he had it in tight, but look at Cam Cole, very, very innovative as far as coming out of it.
Oh, look at that. Tommy Bolton landing on both feet. Oh, and a headbutt. That'll stop you in your tracks.
So I'm talking about Tommy. He's old school. I mean, old school. Oh, wow.
Goodness. Sending him right to the outside. And ladies and gentlemen, this ring setup is set up on asphalt. So that definitely did not feel good for Tommy Bolton.
Let me tell you something. I'm looking at Cam Cole, and I'm looking how smooth he is right now. I mean, everything about Cam Cole tells me it's all about the science now. He's actually learning. Just his walk tells me this guy right now is very, very confident. Both need to look out. Right here, we got to cover. Oh,
almost there. And now Cam Cole, he is the ring general between these two.
Working on body parts right now. I like this about Cam Cole. Don't slip now. Look at it. Right now, stretching that tendon right there in the elbow. And I'm going to tell you, right now, Tommy needs to move. He needs to get to a better, there he is, get to a better position.
Try to relieve some of the tension on that left arm, elbow, the tendon, as you pointed out, Booker T. He's showing a little signs of weakness in it, but now coming back with some right shoulder blocks.
Beautiful work there by Cam Cole, going right back to the well. You got a man hurt, you need to concentrate on it. Look at that right there. Tommy Bolton, he's feeling pain even though he's delivering a little bit right now. Oh, my God.
But you notice only using his right arm there. Cam Cole not getting all of that neck breaker, but enough Oh, look at that. Not even going for a cover, Booker T. And you see the attitude coming out of Cam Cole.
You know, man, sometimes you just, let go and stop thinking about the rules. And that's what I like about a Cam Cole. Sometimes you got to go out there and by hook or by crook, you got to get a victory.
You know who I am? You want to chop me, huh? You want to chop me, huh?
Cam Cole talking a little smack again, maybe playing some mind games or just letting out his feelings.
Cam Cole's been working on his tan as well. This kid's looking very, very tan right now. He's looking good.
Oh, look at that, though. Cam Cole getting up to his feet from it. Tommy Bolton, almost with a desperation, sending his whole body into the corner where Cam Cole is, and he likes to do this, exchanging lefts and rights, but you can tell that left arm is giving him trouble, Booker.
Oh, wow. Not too much. The right is not giving him too much trouble.
Well, if my left one don't hit you, then my right one will. I guess it's Tommy Bolton's strategy.
Now, look here. Tommy going to the well again.
Oh,
This time he
beautiful.
delivers. He got caught the first time, but right now you got to cover right here.
2.
That's what I'm talking about is Tommy can get a win over Cam Cole, a guy who has been here in reality wrestling for some time, working his way up, a guy who knows what it's like to be champion. It would do a great deal for Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy indeed. But trust me, he is no Foley in there, but right going back to the well, to the
Right
left
back
arm.
to the well. That's a veteran move right there. And Cam Cole, like I said, he's been in the business for a minute. That just lets me know that all the training, man, it's paying off.
Cam Cole getting cut off from a big boot from Tommy the Brute.
Tommy's thinking right there. He thought for a second that could be a mistake.
Oh, and look
didn't
at
I
that.
tell you? Didn't I tell
and
you?
he called it, almost going to the outside, but catches himself on the apron. And look at that. Cam Cole bringing him back in with a guillotine on the top rope.
Yeah,
Jeez.
bro, I mean-
Tommy Bolton slow to a vertical base as Cam Cole sends him into the corner again. Tommy Bolton had it well scouted, Booker T.
Yeah,
but Cam Cole, look
code
at that.
breaker, code breaker.
You might want to call that a cold breaker. As he's now getting him up for a big super kick to the side
That's
of the
gotta
dome.
be it. Cover him, kid. Cover him. Don't waste any time. You can get to the pay window early tonight.
And look, now he's got a submission locked in. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful there by Cam Cole, and Tommy Bolton taps out. Tommy Bolton taps out.
Ow. What he's got? The Can-Am. The Can-Am. I like the way this kid is looking. I mean, we got to get a replay on that Cam Cole. The kid is moving up.
Yeah, beautiful submission here. His version of a kettle mutilator looks like getting the tap out from Tommy Bolton,
Like I said,
adding to his arsenal.
We're going to call it the Can-Am.
The Can-Am indeed, adding to his arsenal is the bad attitude. Cameron Cole chalking up another dub, this time in decisive, no questions about it fashion.
You got to love it.
Doesn't get any better. Doesn't get any better in reality of wrestling. Get used to it, idiots. Get used to it.
For over 13 years, the King of Solar Screens has been an industry leader, and we proudly use 100% American-made products. Home of the $55 any size, any color solar screen.
Well, what about arches?
$55.
What about circles?
$55.
What about rectangles?
$55.
Any size, any color, installed free. The King of Solar Screens, on time, every time.
Now, can you dig that, sucker?
You get it, right? Oh, of course you get it. Man, this is the biggest night of my career, man. I'm going up against Gino tonight. He's a 3-time reality wrestling heavyweight champion. 3 times! You know how many that is? 3! That's a lot! And you know what? He's out there in MLW doing his thing. He's well-traveled. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. In fact, I'm more than nervous. I get so anxious, and I start thinking about it all night. And gosh, is it hot in here? Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, but you know where I'm coming from, right? What? I can do this, right? You know what? What am I even worried about? Like, I'm a 2-time reality wrestling tag team champion. But you know what? That's exactly the thing. You know what they're saying on Twitter? You know what they're saying online? They're saying I'm just a tag guy. I can't get it done by myself under the bright lights. You know what they're saying? Zackzilla ain't this. Zackzilla ain't that. Zackzilla fake. Zackzilla ain't no hitter. The next person who says something about Zackzilla, I'm freaking beating their ass. I'm sorry. I don't normally get like this. I just need, you know what? You're right. I just need to calm myself down. I got to get ready for this match tonight. You know what? You good people. This was a good talk. You know, I feel like you know me. I really needed this. You know what? Me and you, we should hang out sometime. You know what? You good people.
He has the one on stage. He's Allday.
And here comes the brand new Reality of Wrestling Texas champion. Will Allday was able to defeat one of the cornerstones of this company in Gino, Medina, for the vacant Reality Wrestling Texas title. Rex Andrews himself, the first champion, counted to 3. And here he is tonight to continue on in his winning ways in 2020. Will Allday was arguably the star of the year in 2019, looking to repeat that in the first year of the decade. Always here to show out, show off, and show up is Will Allday.
I mean, he's got that James Dean jacket. He's got that James Dean look. The kid is cool. I like it.
This is Isaiah James.
We have a little champion versus champion action here this evening. Isaiah James, one half of the Reality Wrestling Tag Team Champions. And there's the other half, Shawn Hendricks, who had a big victory recently against Jonathan Vega.
Isaiah, this is a guy who has impressed me in Reality of Wrestling since day one. He's a guy that knows what the mission is, and being a part of Legion, I think that has only made him even more focused, being one half of the Tag Team Champions.
Absolutely, Booker T. And like I said, a rarity where we have a champion versus champion match here in Reality of Wrestling. I'm excited to see it. And can Will Allday continue on?
I'm going to see how versatile Isaiah is tonight, being, one half of the Tag Team Champions, now vying for the Texas Champion against one of the, I would say the most improved wrestler over the last 2 years here at Reality of Wrestling, Will Allday.
You saw something in Will Allday also from day number one, but you would always tell him you need to focus in, you need to hone in on your craft.
I mean, he's got a lot of talent. Look at the skin. I say, man, put the rocket on him, send him straight to the moon. But there again, Will Allday is one of those kids who make a lot of mistakes, and those mistakes, you cannot keep stepping into the same potholes over and over and over. You just can't do it.
Oh, and Isaiah James looking to be a double champ.
Big clothesline there by Will Allday. And that's what I'm saying. Will Allday, I mean, he delivered a big clothesline right there, but he's not that big of a guy. He needs to learn how to slip a little bit, and not just take these bigger guys, right on.
Oh, and look at that. Big forearm there from Will Allday.
Oh, somebody's alarm just went off right there after that big shot.
He just set the alarm off here in the parking lot of the World Gym Arena with that flying forearm. And speaking of flying, I think he's got it on his mind. Isaiah James, though, Booker T had it well scouted.
Come on, I mean, Will Allday, of course, he's going to always want to take off and get air, but not tonight, says Isaiah.
And Isaiah, though, and Will Allday now battling out front, a kick to the midsection.
Hard shot right there. Isaiah took a hard shot right off the post.
And now Isaiah's on his heels. He's trying to run away from Will Allday. Will Allday staying on him like white on rice.
I mean, he's stuck to him like glue right now. Isaiah needs to create a little bit of space. There it is right there. That little boot might have did the trick.
Oh, man, but that would have got you back right where you don't want to be. Now you got a potential injury going up against a guy who can literally live up to his name and go all day and all night.
This is where Will Allday's in a bad spot right now. He's playing Isaiah's game right now, making it a street fight. I don't think that's what Will Allday wants.
Oh, look at that. Cover one. And a wild cover, and you're right, Booker. This definitely has a street fight feel from one half of the Reality Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
I don't think this is Will Allday's game. I mean, he's a good wrestler. He's a great technician, but I wouldn't say he's the best fighter in the game.
Oh, and big slam right there from Isaiah. Senton from the body cover. 1, 2. 2 count. This crowd here at the World Gym Arena outside in our special drive-up edition of our show, getting behind the Reality Wrestling Texas Champion.
Will Allday is the type of guy that like to think that he can go all damn day. That's his moniker. And right now, Isaiah says, you're going to have to prove it to me tonight.
I think that works for Isaiah. You know, they do say the freaks come out at night.
Oh, wow.
1, 2. Check out again from Will Allday.
Beautiful double stomp right there by Isaiah. Like I say, Isaiah's looking to get a victory tonight, and trust me, it wouldn't be a surprise. It wouldn't be a fluke or anything like that if Isaiah was to walk out of here tonight the Texas champion.
I agree with you, Booker T. Like you said, I am really, really high on Isaiah James, and we've seen how he and Shawn Hendricks have been working as a team. They're working even better individually. I think that they have everything going for them right now, and so does that backbreaker. And look at that.
Beautiful backbreaker. I'm going to tell you right now, if Will Allday don't fight out of this, he needs to try to fight out of this because there it is. There it is.
Oh, those right knees to the side of the ear, side of the head for Isaiah James.
Wow.
But right back to it is Will Allday.
Right now,
Isaiah James.
Isaiah's just stretching him right now, stretching Will Allday out right now, just working on the diaphragm, just trying to make him use every ounce of air in his body.
Oh, and a poke to the eye from the challenger.
Will Allday was trying to mount a comeback, and the poke to the eye. I mean, right now, Isaac Bouillon giving a little bit of leeway right there.
Well, this is for the Reality Wrestling Texas Championship, and now Will Allday seems like he's been completely blinded, Booker T. Referee might need to do what? He might need to have the understanding.
It's a discretionary call. I mean, it's not about having the wherewithal, understanding, and know-how. This is for the championship.
Now both men are down. Will Allday still trying to get his vision back. Desperation attempt just to buy himself a little time, and it looks like it's going to work. Referee checking to make sure Will can continue. You know Will Allday is never going to say, I can't.
Yeah, he's going to have to lay that chop in a little bit harder. I mean, right now he's trying to mount a comeback, and he's going to have to do a little bit more than that because Isaiah is still up on his feet. Still got a lot of energy. Oh, right to the back of the ear.
Now Will Allday finding his way back in, Booker. Is this his opportunity? Swing and a miss. Oh, but he gets it. Beautiful.
What a shot. What a shot by Will Allday.
1, 2, and a kick out after 2 from the challenger. But a champion in his own right.
Will Allday is one thing about this guy. He's always going to go to that 6th man. He's always going to think about the people.
1, 2. Kick out after 2. But is that to his benefit or to his detriment, Booker T?
No, man. Sometimes it's all about the people. Sometimes that extra ounce of energy, that extra, clap, that extra touch may be the one thing to make you say, I can do this. And Will Allday is up top right now looking for something big.
That no-look moonsault he likes to hit, but he had the wherewithal to know that Isaiah James wasn't there. But wait a minute. And a
Beautiful power bomb. That's it.
2, and we have it. Almost had a new Reality Wrestling Texas champion. And now he's looking for a sharpshooter. Can he get it turned around?
Right now, Will Allday's trying to block it, but no, yes, he's got a cinch. He's got a cinch. It is deep.
And look at the ring placement right now. Perfect by Isaiah James. Will Allday is nowhere near a rope.
I tell you right now, if Isaiah could just lean back a little bit more, he might get Will Allday to tap. But right now, Will's got a base.
And Will Allday able to roll through. And look at that, beautiful. Like you said, Isaiah's the better fighter. Will Allday's the better wrestler, and that was a great counter by the champion, Will Allday. And there it is, that no-look moonsault.
Oh my God!
Beautiful. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Oh my Lord! Wow. Well, you came to see a show, ladies and gentlemen.
What a moonsault there by Will Allday. He's trying to throw everything at Isaiah right now, and it's working because you look at Isaiah, he's flat on his back, and he looked like he's all tapped out.
Will Allday is gonna do it. Wait a minute, there's the insidious one.
What is going on here?
There's the insidious one. Hold on, now Shawn Hendricks is in the ring. Shawn Hendricks is in the ring, and a super kick. A super kick.
Ow! Code breaker.
This is it, Booker T. The winds of change are in. Isaiah James is gonna do it. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God! How did Will Allday kick out? It looked as though we were going to have a new Texas champion. Shawn Hendricks, the insidious one. They were both there. Will Allday got a shoulder.
What a master plan. I mean, the plan, it worked almost to perfection. And I tell you, Will Allday, he kicked out the last minute. And I tell you, Shawn Hendricks thought we had a new championship in the family, but not today.
And Isaiah James, the Will Allday, get his balance on that apron, flips over. Oh, and a big clothesline to the outside. And we know what Will Allday's gonna think. And Allday! Both members of Legion have been taken out. The tag team champions are reeling.
I tell you, Will Allday, I'm gonna tell you right now, Bradley, he don't want to waste any time. He needs to get to oh no!
Beautiful enziguri. And you were right, Booker T. He couldn't waste any time, but Isaiah James still finding a way to cut it off. He's got to look for, what was he looking for? Another power bomb here. Will Allday able to counter. Super kick. Caught the boot. Going for it again, and there he got him. He faked him out.
Big shot right there by Will Allday, but I'll tell you, he needs to do it and do it now if he's gonna do it.
Will Allday, Isaiah James. All day, all night, that elevated knee. 1, 2, 3. Will Allday retains the Texas Championship.
Beautiful work.
Worked beautifully, but Will Allday fights through it, Booker T.
You know what, I love it when a plan comes together. But tonight, Will Allday, I mean, he must have heard that 3 count in his sleep because he kicked out at the last possible second, and now he is still the champion. You gotta love it.
Will Allday, without a doubt, one of the most entertaining performers we have, but also one of the most skilled men inside the squared circle. All smiles on the face of the Texas champion. But wait a minute. Calling for a microphone. I think we're going to hear from the champ right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, who I was fighting, plans got changed 2 or 3 times, but I'm still your Reality Wrestling Texas champion. think I've earned the right to pick my next opponent. I've earned my right to call my shot. The very first reality of wrestling Texas champion. Rex Andrews.
Wow, Booker T. Will Allday has called out.
The ultimate test.
He has called out the precision tactician himself, Rex Andrews.
No, like I say, the ultimate test. I mean, you know, how do you test yourself? By going out and mixing it up with the best that reality of wrestling has to offer, and that is no other than one man by the name of Rex Andrews. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to see that matchup. Will Allday versus Rex Andrews. That's the main event anywhere in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, standing backstage with one of the competitors in tonight's big main event, Gino Medina. Gino, you are going one-on-one against Zack.
Cállate. You see, I was told there will be a mamacita here. What are you doing here? Huh? The only reason they got me to come here was they promised me a mamacita. And you're not a mamacita. So I'm gonna need you to get out. All right? I can do this myself. I need you to go away, okay? Vete. Mira, Zack. It's really disrespectful that you accepted this match. Why? Because time after time, I've proven that nobody can touch me here at Reality Wrestling. A 3-time Reality Wrestling champion. And what have you done? Nothing, Zack. You won a couple of tag team championships. That's all you've done, and you think you can step in the ring with El Intocable? Zack, this is just a match for me. And for you, this is the biggest match of your career. And by the end of the night, I will show you por qué yo soy lo más chingón aquí. Y por qué yo soy el fino, divino Gino, el intocable.
And it is time for the Diamonds division. And here comes Booker, what I call the diamond of the rough here in 2020. Promise Braxton has shown a whole hell of a lot of her name. She's shown a lot of promise.
You know, one thing about Promise, you know, first stepped into the ring, you could tell she was just raw as far as being able to go out there and pick this thing up. She didn't mind getting the strawberries on the elbows and the knees or anything like that. She was not worried about, being a diva. It was all about coming out and showing that I'm here for one reason only, and that's to be the best diamond in the division.
Well, the 2020 version of the Karate Kid herself, but you won't see her on Cobra Kai. You will see her performing exclusively here at the Reality of Wrestling. It's Jenna Lynn.
You see Jenna Lynn, sporting the black belt. She just actually received her black belt just a short time ago. And I tell you, Jenna Lynn is a spark plug. She's a firecracker. Once she gets to popping, you better get out of the way.
Promise Braxton and Jenna Lynn, a first-time matchup that we are seeing here.
Jenna Lynn is going to keep the headband on. She's going to sport the headband in memory of, representing the Karate Kid.
Well, wax on, wax off, Daniel-san, as Promise Braxton trying to get the early going here. A beautiful counter there by Jenna Lynn.
Reversal there by Jenna. You can tell that, it's all about the chain with Jenna. It's all about making all the dots, making everything connect. Here we go.
Oh!
Nice knee right there. Nice knee.
Jenna Lynn, reversal Irish whip. Promise Braxton had it scouted, and a big clubbing blow to the middle of the back from Braxton. And if Braxton continues her winning ways here in reality of wrestling, she could find herself in line for another championship opportunity for the Diamonds title.
You know, the thing is right here, I mean, you look at Jenna. She's a little undersized in here with Promise.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
And I tell
Cover, 1, 2. I thought that was going to be it right there.
No, I tell you, I mean, Jenna throws a nice shot, but when Promise, one shot from Promise, it's like 3 shots from Jenna. That's the problem here. I think she's just overpowering Jenna Lynn.
You might be right. And she is not afraid of a scrap. Neither lady is, but Promise Braxton almost wants to get it to that fisticuff action, that combat.
I mean, you look at the range. I mean, you look at the range right here as far as Promise. Promise is longer. I mean, in every sense of the word. And landing that big shot, I'm sure Jenna Lynn, she's going to feel it. She's got to be able to evade. She's got to be able to maneuver herself out of the way of some of these big shots.
Cover here again, 1, 2. Frequent covers there from Promise Braxton, only getting 2 counts. She might have to hit Jenna Lynn with something a little bit more vicious if she's going to get a 3.
You know, I don't think it's like about that right now with Promise. I think Promise want to go out here, like I said, at the end again, show that I'm the best diamond in the division, and I'm going to make all the other women, I'm going to make them suffer. And Jenna Lynn is first on the list. That a little frustration?
May have been slight signs of frustration from Promise Braxton. Jenna Lynn, though, Booker T, hasn't had any signs of offense until right now. Jenna Lynn finding a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, and now she's giving it to Promise Braxton.
You know, sometimes it's all about weathering that storm, and right now Jenna Lynn, she seems to have weathered that storm. Big kick right there by Jenna.
And could this be Jenna Lynn's opportunity, Booker T?
I mean, the door is wide open right now, but she's waiting. I don't know what she's waiting for, but I think that's a mistake.
Jenna Lynn trying to go for a DDT, Promise Braxton, and you called it, Booker T, a bicycle kick to the grill.
That's it.
1, 2, 3.
Oh man, look at that cover. I mean, that was just, disrespect more than anything.
Promise Braxton.
Promise Braxton with a bicycle kick to the grill.
No, didn't I tell you, Jenna Lynn was, I don't know if she was posing, I don't know if she was waiting for it, but that wasted time right there, totally not keeping her eye on the prize. Jenna Lynn could have had a victory right there, and she just let it slip away.
Well, Promise Braxton signaling to the camera that my time is now. I want that Reality Wrestling Diamonds Championship, and she is calling out Roxy. Christmas Chaos is on the way, Booker T. Who knows what the future holds for Promise.
Hello Nation, I'm Ashley Bull here with an exclusive online interview. My guest this week is none other than the returning former television champion, Brennan Steen. Brennan, welcome back. How's your recovery coming along?
Well, thanks, Ashley. It's good to know that you care. It's good to know that someone gives a crap about Brendan Steen. You want to know what it's like for me, huh? What it's been like the last 6 months being on the shelf, huh? What it's like for me to have to lay on the table and be stitched up for 6+ hours to save my arm? It's been hell. It's been absolute hell. Never have I ever been through trials and tribulations like these. Never. But here I am. I've had to scratch, I've had to claw to be here today, and guess what? I'm not stopping. Finally, here's my opportunity. The rematch clause that I've been deserving ever since I lost my TV title. And they say I got Edrin Stone. I'm supposed to be scared of Edrin Stone? You see this? You see this? This is death right here. If I ain't afraid of death, what makes you think I'm be afraid of the stone that doesn't crumble? It's Edrin Stone that needs to be afraid of me, Brendan Steen, okay? The drive-in show, the event, mark it up. It's coming. I'm taking back my TV title and my place in reality of wrestling.
Gino. He is the untouchable Gino Medina.
El Intocable himself, the youngest reality wrestling champion in the history of this company, a 3-time champion as it goes. Gino, none too pleased with the outcome to the vacancy for the Texas Championship. He got into a mix a little bit with Rex Andrews, and then we saw what happened. Will Allday able to defeat him and become the new Texas champion. And Book, you've seen the sky being the limit for Gino since day one.
16 years old, this kid started reality wrestling. And, you know, you say from boys to men, that's Gino. He is definitely one of the guys that you say, I want to be like you. This is one of the best guys I've ever seen. You know, what's next for Gino? What's the limit? You know, there is no glass ceiling for this young man. I can't wait to see exactly what he does in this match.
Don't get mad at me, cause I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. You could get you some too.
When you talk about boys to men, there is no end of the road for Zack Mason. It seems to be his ascension is just beginning.
I look at Zack Mason. He's a kid that's come a long way in reality of wrestling. But you look at this matchup tonight, Zack Mason against, you know, Gino. That right there like I said, that's a huge task for Zack Mason. I wonder if the experience is going to be a little bit too much for Zack Mason. I wonder is the moment going to be too big for a guy like Zack Mason. Zack Mason, let's just get it out there. He is the underdog tonight in this match.
Yeah, betting odds would be against Zack Mason, a man who rose to wrestling royalty last year, winning that single night tournament on pay-per-view event. You could still see that on the Reality Wrestling YouTube channel or on Fight TV. Former Reality Wrestling Tag Team Champion. But there's no doubt about it. The man with all the experience, the man with everything under the sun right now still is Gino.
Gino is going to play this thing, man, real close to the vest. He's just going to wait on this kid to make a mistake, and he's going to capitalize off it. Because the thing is this, Zack Mason is going to be almost impossible for him to go through this match without making at least 1, 2, maybe 3 mistakes, and that might be just too much.
We shall see. You see the aerial coverage right there. Drone camera. We call it the Casper cam because he's just floating out there like a ghost.
Very, very quiet, man. Will sneak up on you in a heartbeat. See this right here? This is just a frustration tactic right here. You can see Zack Mason is overzealous. He wants to get in there and get this thing started. And that right there is one mistake already.
Gino's going to play the mind game. Second generation performer trained under yourself, Booker T.
Beautiful weight slap takedown there by Zack Mason right into an arm bar. Trying to stay real close to the body of Gino, and that's a good idea. Trying to get a cover right here quick. Front face lock there by Zack Zilla, but he gets taken right there. See, you got to watch yourself all the time, right back to it. Zack Mason working on his chain gang, and you gotta love it.
Zack Mason was somebody, Booker T, who you said came to a fantasy camp, and you saw potential all over this man.
No, he came to a fantasy camp maybe 15, 16 years old. I couldn't believe it. And then he graduated from high school, and then he came to another fantasy camp, and then he moved to Houston to pursue his dream. And, you know, I love it. I love watching someone like a Zack Mason pursue his dream and then get this far so quickly, but still yet so far to go.
Come on, coward.
We talk about Gino, second generation performer. He is the son of the late El Sanguinario, a lucha libre legend down in Mexico.
Oh man, knife edge chop there. But I tell you, Zack Zilla, he's taking that chop. That second one lit him up a little bit. Man, those knife edge chops they're hot. They're fast, they're quick. Right now, Gino is teaching this kid a lesson.
Well, Booker T, the only way that Zack Mason can continue to progress in his career is by facing people that he is the underdog against. You have to go up against somebody who might be, quote-unquote, better than you.
I mean, it's one of those things. It's building blocks. You got to be able to get in there and, know if you can take it or not. And right now, Gino is just one step ahead of Zack Mason. And
iron sharpens iron.
wow.
Beautiful there. Gino, great ring awareness, able to get out of the way.
I mean, there again, Gino's just a step ahead of this kid. The kid is right now is what's called on-the-job training for Zack Mason. He may not get a win here tonight, but he's going to walk away with a world of experience after taking on someone like Gino.
Gino just put the boot to the neck of Zack Mason.
I mean, and the thing is, Gino just moving around the ring effortlessly. I mean, it seems like it's so easy. It's like waking up in the morning and taking a little stroll.
Well, Gino will make it look that easy. Hesitation kick there. Couple of them to match it. Swing and a miss by Zack Mason. Getting the second time, Gino.
See, that's what Zack Mason has a chance. You talk about a good fight, and you say, yeah, this guy didn't have a chance, but we call it a puncher's chance. That's what Zack Mason has in this matchup right here. He has a puncher's chance. Land one big shot. Right now, Gino looked like he tweaked the knee. Oh!
Big shoulder block there from Zack Mason, who definitely has a strength advantage over Gino. Gino definitely is feeling that knee book.
Gino tweaked the knee right now. I mean, I saw that earlier, but I didn't know how bad it was. But right now, the referee, that, like we said earlier, he may have to, have the wherewithal and understanding and know-how to step in here and just. But wait a minute, Gino tried to play a little possum.
I think that he did, Book. Look at that, beautiful.
Beautiful switch kick right over.
1, 2.
Wait a minute, what is that? Somebody there and again. Big move, alarms going off all around the house here tonight. Hit the button.
Oh, there we go. And Gino's trying to hit the button against Zack Mason and put a stop to this match and put a stop to the momentum of the big man. Oh, look at that, pull him back on the hair.
Well, Zack Mason's going to have to mount some kind of comeback right here. And I tell you, the longer this thing goes, the chances for Zack Mason getting a win, it goes down tremendously. So he needs to move. He needs to do something. He needs to do it quick.
Quick, fast, and painless is what Zack Mason needs to try to do. But right now, Gino with that knee to the middle of his back, not allowing him, but the man who has the power in his column, the power advantage, trying to power out of that and does.
Oh, wait a minute. Gino went for that hurricane runner, tweaked the knee again.
Gino, maybe he was playing possum earlier, but doesn't look like it's that way anymore.
Zack Mason's putting up a good fight, but I think it's only a matter of time. This kid looks like he's running. Oh! Kid's smart. He's going to work on that weak body part, the knee of Gino.
And look at that. Great idea. The tweaked knee, as you astutely pointed out earlier.
Now the kid is thinking. I mean, he was going on brute strength earlier in this matchup, and you see that's not going to work. But opening a window just cracked open with the tweaking of the knee of Gino. Right now, anything could happen. This match is up for grabs right now, Bradley.
And Gino finding his way back into it. And that's the one thing, Booker T. If I had to equate Gino to anybody in the reality wrestling, he really is our version of Tom Brady. This man can never be counted out in the fourth quarter. Cover 1, 2, and a kick out.
Love that little switch right there into a little short clothesline. Reminds me of Jake the Snake with that little short arm shiver. Always made everything shake, made your teeth rattle.
Jake the Snake had a lot of legendary matches in the Sam Houston Coliseum, working under Paul Bosch back in the day. I believe you attended some of those shows.
Yes, I did. Watching, someone like the Snake do his business back in the day. You learn a lot from that. And right now, I look at Gino and the cerebral as, one like Jake the Snake. This kid is really, really good. He's smooth. He has everything to be great in this business.
Gino just leaning on the big man, keeping that grip around the neck of Zack Mason, wearing him down. And that is how you beat somebody who has the strength advantage. You get him to slow down. Make him play your game.
Keep him real close to the body right now. Gino is, almost, I wouldn't say he's mounting him, but in a side mount position, just working on, making Zack Mason have to breathe a little bit harder, and that right there, like you say, it's going to wear you down over a period of time.
Yeah, good strategy there by the veteran Gino, the 3-time Reality of Wrestling champion, but the knee really giving him problems, and Zack Mason being somewhat merciless in attacking the injured body part of Gino.
Come on, this is not ballet or anything like that. You're out there to hurt your opponent. You're out there to get a victory. You're out there to move up the ladder here in Reality of Wrestling, and the only way you're going to do that is to pin your opponent. And right now, Zack Mason got, money on his mind, and I like that attitude. Oh,
look at that. Yeah. Beautiful from Zack Mason. Just sending Gino up and over with the strength that we talked about. But how much is that taking out of him? You see him breathing harder.
Let's look at Zack Mason. He looked fatigued. Come on. Just look at his body language. It tells me a whole lot about this young man. But he still has a lot of power, though.
Cover 1, 2. Kick out after 2 from Gino.
Let's go. Let's go now. Let's go.
Zack Mason's up on his feet. He's on his feet quick. That's something I always teach my guys. Make sure you get to your feet quick. Zack Mason right now, he's definitely taking my advice as far as that goes.
Couple shots there to the dome from Gino. Wow. That right elbow, might have done the trick. Gino, cover though by Zack Mason. 1, 2.
Oh, wait a minute. Zack's trying to pull something here. Zack's trying to pull something. He may need to roll the opposite way.
He's trying to get a submission maneuver, and I think that he's got it somewhat locked in, a modified version, nevertheless.
Didn't get all of it right now. Zack is just looking for something. He's trying anything to try to get a victory right here. That's why I say this kid is he's running out of ideas.
I was about to ask, do you think that these are moves out of desperation as Gino trying to get him up, and that right knee not allowing him to do so?
Oh, wow!
Gino rolls through. Some classic Gino.
Oh, running powerbomb. That's got to be it.
2. And turning it, though, over into a half crab. A single leg Boston crab.
Gino right in the middle of the ring right there. This is not a good position for Gino. And I tell you, if this kid get a win over Gino, that's going to tell him he can beat anyone here in Reality of Wrestling.
Gino able to get to the ropes. Great ring awareness by the veteran.
But I look at Zack Mason. He held on to that hold for 4.5 seconds. So that's telling me the kid is thinking. He's using every little bit of advantage he possibly can. And the 5-second rule just came into play right there.
Oh!
Oh, switch kick. Gino can cover him right now, I think.
But Gino can't capitalize on that, Booker T.
Get over there to turn this young man over and cover him.
Look at Zack Mason. He is laying there lifeless. Zack Mason has not moved in about 25 seconds.
He's down. He's down. That switch kick caught him right on the temple.
Mason is down. Gino looking for the scarlet letter. Oh, wow. Zack Mason pulls him right back. And now finding a second win in front of this Reality of Wrestling crowd. And going for it.
Beautiful, beautiful headlock takeover right there. Until,
oh, what is going on here?
He got
Cover
it.
1, 2. Reversal 1, 2, 3. Wow. Zack Mason did it. Zack Mason did it. Zack Mason found a way.
Wow.
Well, Booker T, I would like to say out of obscurity, the underdog in this contest prevails, whether it be by a reversal or not. He is the winner.
You know what? I've been surprised as anyone here tonight watching Reality Wrestling, watch Zack Mason get a victory over Gino. And the thing is, he definitely snatched victory right from the jaws of Gino. I mean, he had him in a pinning position, and somehow Zack Mason turned it all around to get a victory. You gotta look, big victory for Zack Mason. Zack Zilla's on his way.